Let's start with Molly Walker from the New York Times. Go ahead, Molly. New York Post. I'm sorry, Molly. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I got traded. Hi, Quinton. Nice to meet you. You've spent some time with Alexis Lafreniere by now. How would you describe him as a teammate, and then how would you describe him as a player?
Yeah, no. We spent the World Juniors together and had a chance to play against each other in the top prospects games as well. So got to meet him quite a bit over the past couple of months, and he's a really nice guy off the ice, and we're definitely we talked quite a bit at World Juniors, and just about our experiences, and he's just kind of giving me feedback on what he went through, and kind of what I went through as well, and I think we came pretty close over those couple of experiences, and his play speaks for itself on the ice, and he's an exceptional player, and he can do everything super good, and I think he's just a great guy off the ice and on the ice.
Thanks, Molly. Sorry again. Next question comes from Richard Labbé of La Presse. Go ahead, Richard. I think you have to unmute. Oh, there you go. Let's move on. Let's try Ryan Kennedy of the Hockey News. Go ahead, Ryan.
Hey, Quinton. I'm just wondering what kind of lessons you took from your World Junior experience, and how did you sort of apply those in the months afterwards?
Yeah, so it was definitely a bit of a learning curve for me, and going from playing such a high role and a lot of minutes in the OHL and on the teams previous, so it was definitely a bit of a learning curve for me, and I think going in there, didn't really have any expectations. Just kind of wanted to do whatever for the team. Kind of get the win. And, that's what I did. Kind of just took a lesser role and try to be a good teammate off the ice and try to help out the guys as much as I could. And whenever I got a shot, try to play my best and prove something. And I'm still very grateful for the experience and coming home with the gold medal, something you can never take away. So just lessons like that. Sacrificing. Just a little bit of what you can do for the team to win. I think I definitely can take that back and use that later on in my game.
Thanks, Ryan. Next question comes from Mike Moriali of NHL.com. Go ahead, Michael.
Hey, Quinton. So knowing you're such a big fan of the Tampa Bay Lightning, you must be enjoying the Stanley Cup final here. What has impressed you most about Tampa's run to get to the final and their effort through these 3 games against Dallas? And also, who do you feel should win the Conn Smythe if Tampa does win the series?
Yeah, I was definitely a huge fan of Tampa Bay growing up, but it's kind of weird. I'm cheering for Dallas right now. I don't know why, but I think they have a great story too with Hudobin and then I think that's exciting to watch as well. But Tampa's playing really good, and I think what they did with their getting some depth players and throughout their lineup, they have all the skill in the world, and they're such a great team. But I think they knew, they just needed a couple pieces, and those guys are really connecting. The Gaudreaus, Coleman, Gordon. I think that's an exceptional line, a good checking line to have, and I think that's really helping them along. And my vote probably for Conn Smythe right now for them would probably be Braden Point. I think he's playing exceptional, but there's a lot of guys that you could give them. You give to Kucherov, Hedman, Vasilevsky. There's a bunch, but right now probably Braden Point.
Thanks, Michael. And next, go to one of my idols in the business from the Orange County Register, Mark Wicker. Go ahead, Mark.
Hi, Quinn. Where did the bow tie tradition start, and how many do you have?
Yeah, actually, I got that one quite a bit, but I kind of just started when I was a little bit younger. It was really nothing too special. Kind of just, the longer ties kind of bugged me, and I felt a little closed off on the neck, so kind of just wanted to switch it up and just be a little bit different and change it up. So I went with the bow tie, and I probably have a pretty big collection now, probably around over 30 bow ties. So there's a lot there, but my favorite one still is just the regular black. You can go with anything.
Thanks, Mark. Next question comes from Frederick Projean of Radio Canada. Go ahead, Frederick. Frederick, you have to unmute.
Now it's open. Quinton, I
Yeah.
was curious to know what runs through your mind a week and a half prior to the draft. And also your coach, Corey Stillman, has been drafted first overall a few years ago. Have you ever get any conversation about him regarding what's coming up for you in the next days?
Yeah, no. Kind of just sticking to the normal routine. Just working out and skating often, playing some golf. Really, nothing's changed up too much for me. And definitely a lot of excitement. Definitely think about quite a bit. And the day that you've been waiting for all your life basically is finally here, and coming along, as you said, in like a week and a bit. So that's definitely gonna be a special day for me, and I'm really looking forward to that day. And Corey Stillman. Me and him definitely talk quite a bit about him. He always lets me know that he was a really high draft pick and, played over 1,000 games. So he lets me know probably once or twice a day about that. So, but he's a really good guy to learn from and great coach to have.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Frederick. Next question comes from Mark Broussard of Le Devoir. Go ahead, Mark.
Hey, Quinton, you're probably sick and tired of doing these Zooms. I'm curious, how did the ones you had with LA and Ottawa go, and do you feel like you have more of a connection with either team?
Yeah, no, I don't mind the Zoom calls honestly too much. I can kind of just sit in my room and hop on and kind of wear whatever, so it's not too bad. Probably a little bit more comfortable and more convenient. So I don't mind too much, but I had many conversations with both of them. I feel like they both went really well, and excited for whoever can draft me, and whichever team selects me, I'll be happy to go to, and call that my home team, and hopefully stay there for as long as I can, make a career there. So I don't know if there's a strong connection. I think they both went really well, and just excited for the draft.
Thank you, Mark. Next question comes from Nick Kotzanika of NHL.com. Go ahead, Nick.
Hey, Quinton, two questions. One, in a normal year, you'd actually get to go to the Stanley Cup final and experience it up close. So, A, how bummed are you didn't get to do that? And two, you talked about this is going to be a special day, something you've been waiting for your whole life. When the moment comes and you get drafted, you know where you're going, do you think all this disruption will at least mean less and you can look forward now?
Yeah, no, I think so. Definitely been waiting for quite a bit now, and it's probably 4 or 5 months past when the draft was supposed to be. So definitely the waiting, the nerves and excitement's carried on a little bit more, and so I think finally when the day comes, definitely gonna be kind of a big relief and excitement, as I said. So I won't have to be too nervous anymore, and then I also have the day to celebrate and get right back to it, get back into the gym. So it's definitely going to be an exciting moment, and all that will definitely ease off my shoulders, and it's definitely a huge bummer not going to the Stanley Cup Finals and watching the game. As I said, Tampa was my favorite team growing up, but I'm cheering for the Dallas Stars right now. So it definitely would have been exciting and good experience, and I was lucky enough to go to the Maple Leafs and Boston Bruins game last year in the playoffs, and the atmosphere in the building was unreal. So it would definitely have been something special to see.
Thanks, Nick. Next question comes from Mark Scheig of the Hockey Writers. Go ahead, Mark.
Thank you, John. Hey, Quinton. Just kind of looking back at your season, especially in the month of February when you had that wrist injury, just how hard was it for you to go through that month personally, knowing that it was your draft year? And then were you able to learn anything from that experience to help make you better when you're able to get back on the ice?
Yeah, it was definitely really tough time just watching my team, play, just wanting to be out there with them, try and help the team as best I could. And, it was definitely disappointing from that standpoint, but, I wasn't really thinking about the draft too much during the year. I was just trying to play my game and, just let the chips fall how they are. And, just put out my best effort and, just show everyone what I can do and, why I'm a kind of a high rated prospect and, try to do as best as I can. So, it was really just tough just watching my team going out there and playing the games and not being able to, help them get the win. But, yeah.
Thanks, Mark. Let's try again with Richard Labbé of La Presse. Go ahead, Richard.
Yeah, John, can you hear me now?
Yes, we got you.
All right, perfect. Quinton, thanks for doing this. I want to ask you, there's a lot of talk about about comparisons really about you and Kopitar and Malkin. Are these two some of the players that you sort of like try and model your game after?
Yeah, no, honestly, you don't really look too much of people to model my game after, but after drawing some comparisons to those guys and just being able to be recognized like those guys is definitely something special. They're both going to be Hall of Famers and both very successful careers and won Stanley Cup. So it's definitely something special to be compared to those guys. And since getting those comparisons, definitely watch them a little bit more and see what they do and try kind of model a little bit of stuff like them and take some points off of their game and how they carry themselves.
Thanks, Richard. Next question comes from Neil McHale of InsideHockey.com. Go ahead, Neil.
Hey, Quinton. Somebody who has 2 weddings to go to next month. I appreciate the bow tie tip. But my question for you is, we saw you play in the World Junior and you played a little bit more of a support role in there. How much of a humbling experience was that too? And how much do you think that's prepared you for, in the NHL, when you get a chance to go in there, you have to fight for every inch of the ice and every part of your role that you're going to have with a club?
Yeah, no, it was definitely, a humbling experience for me. And, as I said, I was used to playing, quite a bit of minutes and, a bigger role on previous teams. But, going in there, I didn't really have any expectations. And, I kind of just wanted to be on the team, and I was just happy to be there. So, I think the excitement kind of just, over pushed all that. And, just whatever I could do and, whatever moments I could, the team could use me, I kind of tried to do my best and, just be a good teammate out there. So, that's honestly what I really tried to do. And, I think that definitely prepares you for the NHL and just, how much you have to fight for your spot on the team and, how much it means to people to be playing in the NHL.
Thanks, Neil. We have time for 2 or 3 more. Let's go to Alexi Belanger-Champagne of Radio Canada. Go ahead, Alexi.
Hi, Quinton. You had 3 more months than usual before this draft because of the circumstances, the pandemic. How different do you feel you are now than you would have been in June for this draft? What did you do through those 3 months to improve as a player?
Yeah, I think the mindset going into the summer is kind of just, train, try to put on a little bit more weight and get a little stronger. So, the extra 3 months definitely helped me do that. And, over the course of the summer, gain a little bit of my more weight. And I still have the ability to keep my speed and everything up and, just get stronger over the summer and just work on my in the 3 months definitely helped me improve my game quite a bit and get a little bit stronger. And, definitely a couple of months gave me my birthday and a little bit older now too. So it's all good.
Okay, let's go back to Mark Wicker from the Orange County Register. Go ahead, Mark.
Quinton, growing up, I know your dad being from Jamaica, did you kind of learn hockey together with him? How much did he know about the game and how expert is he at the game now after watching you all these years?
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's an expert. I still don't know if he knows what's really happening. I think he's just a huge fan of me and, huge fan of hockey and, just really enjoys watching the game. But, I don't know how much he knows. So, but yeah, no, when I was growing up, kind of just went over to my Oma and Opa's house, when I was younger, and that's where I really started falling in love with the game. Kind of just watch the Leafs play when I was growing up and, just watch it with them. And it was kind of, we all grew up with hockey together as a family. And, those are big moments. And just being able to share that throughout my career and kind of grow up. And they didn't really know the game too much. And so didn't I. So we kind of grew together, but I don't know how much they know about it right now.
Thanks, Mark. Final question comes from Frederick Projon of Radio Canada. Go ahead, Frederick.
Yes, Quinton, one more question. I was wondering, to be drafted is every player's dream, but what would it mean for you to come back to Sudbury for one more season or more after the draft?
Yeah, definitely be nice to come back to Sudbury. I had great billets down there and, great team. And, but the goal is definitely to play in the NHL next year and, hopefully step in. So I haven't really took too much thought about that one, but, I've just been training a lot off season. You know, and the goal is definitely to play in the NHL next year. But you know, if I go back to Sudbury, it's definitely give me a little bit more motivation. You know, kind of just to prove myself a little bit more, and you know, hopefully win the OHL and win the Memorial Cup there. So you know, definitely go back with a lot of motivation and you know, a lot of encouragement to win. But the main goal is definitely to play in the NHL next year.
Thanks, Frederick. Well, Quinton, thanks so much for taking the time. I think you're making us all jealous with all those medals that are hanging behind you.
Yeah.
But enjoy the next couple of weeks, and we will see you at the draft.
Awesome.